Landing on your sitting bones, let yourself arrive here in this seat. It's easy to be pulled off and thinking about other things. Let's use our time together to connect more deeply to ourselves, to our environment, and to what it is we aspire or desire. In seated posture, we often tend to slump. And one of the easiest ways is just to lift up, right? But the lift can come from parts of us that we actually want to cascade down. We've been working on kidney loop and pelvic loop together. And these two loops are phenomenal for anchoring the base in seated and creating a lift and opening through the front and back body. So as you sit, just bring your mind to the loops, starting at pelvic loop. We've been practicing it a while, but just as a reminder, from the back waist, use an exhale to go down to your tail. Transverse across your pelvic floor, use the in-breath to come up towards your belly button, pubis to navel. Pierce through your belly button, move through your body to the back body. From the back waist, high waist, like a high waistband, up to the bottom of your heart is an inhale. At the bottom of your heart, which is the space between the heart and the respiratory diaphragm, move through that space in your body. Down the front of your ribs to your belly button, that's an exhale. Continue the exhale as you move through your body at your belly button. And from the high waistband down to your tail, continue the exhale. So the inhale and the exhale have front body, back body connections, right? So I'm going to cue it a little quicker, starting at the back waist. Take the next exhale, exhale down your back waist. In breath up from pubis to navel. Continue the inhale up through the bottom of the heart and the back body to from the bottom. If I could say it, y'all could do it, right? It's like teaching 101. Ready? Here we go again. All right, start at the back waist. Take an exhale. Down to the tail. In breath up from pubis to navel. Continue to the in breath in the back body from the high waistband area to the bottom of the heart. I got it right. Continue through the body, the exhale from the bottom of the heart down to the belly button in the front body. Pierce through at the belly button, down the back waist and the back body to the tail. Yeah. In breath up, pubis to navel. Continue in breath up, back body, high waistband to bottom of the heart. Exhale from bottom of the heart in the front body down to the belly button. Continue the exhale down from high waistband in the back body to tail. Keep it going. Get the loops moving. Connected to breath. It's going to take concentration, right? Even for me to cue it and to practice it, you've got to stay fully present. Couple more cycles. You may feel that there's not only a rise and an anchoring, there's also a bowing, a slight bowing that's happening. It's an honoring. Bring your hands together at your own heart, Najale Mudra, in gratitude to our ability to connect more deeply to our experience. When we connect more deeply to our experience, we recognize that we're full, we're complete, and at peace. Release your hands, open your eyes. Take a big breath up, lateral bend to the right. I may look opposite of you. Right hand down to the ground, tip, open up your left side waist. In breath, come up, both arms down, both arms up, breathe in. Left arm down, lateral bend to the left. Let your left elbow bend. In breath and come up, both arms down. Both arms up. Bring your hands on an exhale to your knees, just in front of them, underneath them. So it's the top of the shin bone. Draw your belly back. So you're flexing your spine. Look down with your eyes. Rock on your pelvis to lift your heart up. So move to the top of the sitting bones, front of the sitting bones. Press your shin bones forward, widen your collarbone, and pull your heart forward as you lift through the top back of your head. Take an exhale, rock back on your pelvis, scoop your belly back, look down at you. So yeah, sure, it's seated cat-cow. And go again, rock on your sitting bones. Pull up through your heart, widen through your collarbone. Breathe. All right. Settle back, slide your hands on your side. See if you can establish in 2 breath cycles, kidney loop and pelvic loop, right? Start at the back waist. Use an exhale and go down to the tail. Up pubis to navel, up back waist to bottom of the heart. Down in the front body, bottom to heart to belly button. Continue through the back body. High waist to tail is the exhale. Continuing. Good. Keep it going. One more loop. One more figure 8. All right, raise your arms up. Keep breathing. Take your right hand to your left knee. Draw your belly back, scoop back. Extend through your heart. So you've got cat-cow here. Flex your spine, look down. Lift and extend through your spine. Left hand now on top of right hand. Breathe. Turn your head to look right. Center, left, center. One more time. Right, center, left, center. Left arm up, right arm up. Exhale them down. Breathe in, reach up. Left hand to right knee. Breathe, stay here. On an exhale, scoop your tail in, look down with your eyes, drop your head, flex your spine. In breath, rock on your sitting bones, lift up through your heart, reach up through the head, extend through the side waist on the right side. Good, one more time. Flexion, breathe, extension, breathe. Right hand on top of left hand. Turn your head, look left, look center, look right, look center. Right hand up, left hand up, both arms down. Walk your hands forward. Keep your sitting bones anchored. Drop your head in, take 3 breaths. When I say breath, you think kidney loop, pelvic loop. Right? Start at the back waist, move down through the tail. In breath up to the belly button, pubis to navel. From navel, move through to the back body. In breath from navel to your bra line, bottom of the heart. Go through your body. Use an exhale, tuck the ribs in. Continue the exhale in the back body from high waist to tail. Walk your hands back. Breathe. Reach both arms up, out to a T. Turn your rib cage to the right. In breath to center. Turn your rib cage to the left. In breath to center. One more time. Rib cage right, center, rib cage left, center. Release your arms. If you're sitting on something, move it out of the way. Come into all fours position, hands and knees. You can certainly have a prop beneath your knees if kneeling is a little tender. We'll be moving to single knee moments. Cat-cow, drop your head, drop your tail. Lift your sitting bones, pull through with your heart. Keep it going. Use your hands strongly by pushing the earth and also kind of clawing the earth and dragging back, especially when you're in cow shape. When you're in cat, push so that you open your upper back. One more time each direction. Come into all fours, step your right leg back behind you, lift your right leg up in the air, extend your left arm forward. Left hand down, right knee down. Left leg back, toes tucked, left leg lifts, right arm extends, breathe. Right hand down, left knee down. Take a couple of breath cycles here, reconnecting to pelvic loop and kidney loop. Start at the back waist, go down to the tail. Move up from pubis to navel. Continue the in-breath up from high waistband to bottom of the heart. Exhale down, front of the ribs to tuck the ribs in. Dive in at the belly button. Continue the exhale down from back waist to tail. Step your right foot out into the side plane. So you've got a lunge, right leg out. Bring your right hand onto your right thigh and lift yourself up. Reach up with both arms, lateral bend. Use your right forearm and press down on your thigh bone. Breathe. Yeah. So you know what breathing means. Every time there's a breath cue, work the loop. The two loops together that make a figure eight. All the loops interconnect. We're just practicing two of Anusara's loops. Both hands to the floor. Right knee down, back to all fours. Step your left leg out into the side plane. So left leg is in a lunge shape. Knee and ankle aligned. Right knee is still kneeling. Bring your left hand to your left thigh bone. Rise tall through your spine. Reach both arms up. On an exhale, lateral bend. Left forearm to left thigh bone. Yep, tipping over to the left. Press the right side of your pelvis forward just a little bit more. Scoop your left buttock under just a little bit more. Breathe. In breath, rise. Both hands back down to the mat, both knees on the mat, back to all fours. Step your right leg out again into the side plane, beginning in the lunge shape. Use your right forearm on your right thigh, push down to help yourself lift up. Extend your right leg out now. So now right leg is long, left knee is kneeling. Bring your hands to your pelvis, press the left side of your pelvis forward, scoop your right buttock underneath you, reach your arms up fully, lateral bend to the right, right hand down, right leg, breathe into the left side, breathe the loops of pelvic and kidney loop. Start in the back waist. Press down with your left foot, press down with your right heel, rise tall. Fold your right knee, come back to kneeling on both knees, both hands to the floor. Breathe back to all fours. Left leg out into the side plane. Left forearm to left thigh bone, rise. Extend your left leg. Come on to your left heel. And with your hands on your pelvis, press the right side of your pelvis forward so that you start to gain a little bit more hip extension. It might feel like a quadricep stretch for some of you. Hip flexor stretch on the right leg, the kneeling leg. Extend out long through the left. With toes spreading, open your arms, reach them big to the sky. Exhale, left arm down the left leg. Fan open the right ribs. All you have to do is tip sideways and that'll happen for you. And now work the loops. Start at the back waist. Use an exhale from back waist to tail. In-breath up, pubis to navel. Continue the in-breath up, waistband in the back body to bottom of the heart. Move through the body. Begin the exhale from front of the ribs at the top at bottom of the heart, down to the belly button. Exhale continues in the back body, back waist to tail. In-breath and rise tall. Fold your left knee underneath you. Both hands back to the mat, all fours position again. Walk your hands a full handprint forward, tuck your toes, push with your hands and feet, and lift yourself up to downward facing dog. Bend your knees a little bit and tip your sitting bones to the sky. So just a little knee bend, because you guys can all tip your sitting bones pretty darn well. If you can't tip your sitting bone this morning very well, bend your knees a little bit more. But you can just do a little knee bend to tip the sitting bones. That's what we're after today. Push with your hands. So from the bottom of your heart, you got a clear indication of that, where that is from breathing kidney loop. From the bottom of your heart, through your hands, push the earth away. From your tailbone down to your heels, reach with your legs. Press your thigh bones back as you extend your legs more fully. A couple more breaths here. So while we're in the midst of a pretty advanced, conceptual practice of pelvic loop and kidney loop, we're practicing together with the expectation that all of the other cues about the lower body and the legs to stay steady are present, right? 2 more breaths. Walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming into a standing forward fold. Bend your knees at first. They don't have to be bent a lot, just a little bit. Good, strong legs. Let your head descend, let your shoulders melt. Breathe the 2 loops. Let breathing the loops take you deeper into the shape. You'll bow in more. There'll be a slight bow. It'll take you closer towards your legs. From your pelvis to your heels, push and press your thigh bones back just a little bit more as you keep breathing the loops. Hands to pelvis, elbows to sky, heart forward, push down through your feet, move from your hip crease, rise. Yeah. All right, left foot forward, right leg back, high lunge. Belly and ribs back, arms up. Hands down to pelvis, right foot forward, left leg back, high lunge, left heel lifted. Reach both arms up. Breathe. Exhale your arms down, step your left foot forward. One more time each leg, and we'll work on breathing the loops before we go. So with your hands on your pelvis, connect to center, right? So pelvic loop and kidney loop are part of this powerful center of us. Right foot back, high lunge. Stay with the loops as you breathe. Both arms up. Your focus now, you've taken the shape once, you're on your second version of the shape. Connect to the loops. Stay connected. When we connect to these loops, we can get this sense of fullness in the body, expansion and openness. The stability that we feel through this area and the expansion at the same time, the movement, can bring a sense of peace. So just keep trying to stay with the concept of breathing these 2 loops. One more breath cycle. Hands down to pelvis. Push with your left foot, step your right foot forward. Just stand for a moment. Breathe, let your arms dangle. Shoulders relax. Nothing to do but stand and be you. Yeah. Use the breath to help create the anchoring and the lift. You know, those two loops help with that. Hands to pelvis, left foot back. So we're on our second side, lunge, high lunge, arms up, breathe the loops. As you breathe the loops and you allow the breath from the inside of you to help animate you, right? Can't help but. You're going to feel this very slight bowing as the base of the ribs tuck into the belly button as part of the exhale in the front body that you know continues down through the tail in the back body. Let it happen. Let that little bow happen. It's not that you're making it happen. It's just happening because you're working with the loops. It's like a connection that occurs. Exhale your arms down. Hands to the pelvis. Push with your right foot. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, take a big breath up. Exhale, have a seat chair pose. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Bring your knees to the mat. Lower all the way onto your belly. Inhale up, cobra. Press down and reach back through your legs. Pull forward through your heart. Keeping your hands committed to the mat. Heart moves forward. Lower all the way down. Push up into all fours. Tuck your toes. Push with your feet. Drive your pelvis back and up into downward facing dog. Step heavy into your left foot. Raise your right leg up in the air. Return your right foot to the mat. Push with your right foot. Raise your left leg up in the air. So single leg dog. Or three-legged dog, right? Left leg down. Walk your feet forward. Come to the top of your mat into a standing forward fold. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Elbows to the sky. Long spine as you extend through the top back of your head. Move from your pelvis and rise tall. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up. Yeah, so that you get a lift here. Keep your arms lifted, breathe the loops, and see how you get the bow. See how the ribs adjust from the loops with arms raised. One more breath cycle, the loops. Start at the back waist to the tail, pubis to navel. Back waist to bottom of the heart in the back body, moving into the front body, bottom of the heart to bottom of the ribs. That's the big one. Do you feel the bow? Into the belly button, down through the tail. Exhale your arms down. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Step your right foot back. Virabhadrasana 1. Take a wide enough stance that you're able to turn the right side of your pelvis so it's parallel to the wall in front of you. So both frontal hip bones pointing to the wall in front of you. Stand down in your back leg. Take the head of the left shin bone forward over the left ankle towards the arch of the left foot. Breathe the loops. It'll start to move you back into your body. So instead of leaning forward in Vira 1, you'll start resting back. You'll begin to anchor down more and lift more just from breathing those two loops. Arms up. Work the loops in Warrior 1. Turn your right ribs towards your left inner knee. That'll start to align you. Yeah, it's all about energy flow. You're like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Well, yeah, we're stretching. Yeah, we're strengthening. We're also containing and aligning our energy. The prana, the life force within us. Exhale your arms down, hands to your pelvis, pivot on your right foot, step your right foot forward and just stand for a moment. Breathe. In breath, reach up. Keep the arms up in the air so you're in Tadasana. Shoot your thumbs a little bit higher to the sky than your other fingers. That helps lift up through the kidney area. It helps with that lift from back waistband to bottom of the heart. So take your thumbs lower to the sky, like shoot your thumbs down to the earth and now have your pinkies higher. Do you feel the dropping? Yeah, now go thumbs higher to the sky. Feel the lift. Okay, this is like an external, right? We know the deeper work, right? We can shoot our thumbs to the sky. To me, that's like eating a candy bar, right? The bigger meal, the more complete, satisfying, peace-filled meal, because it has the nutrients, is the 2 loops we're working on. And using those, your new understanding, to create the anchoring and the lift from the inside. Keep the lift, hoping you're breathing those loops, right? Down through the tail, up through the pubis to navel. Continue the in-breath up, back waist to bottom of the heart. Here's the bow as it pierces through the bottom of the heart. And you dive down the front of the ribs to the belly button. There'll be a slight bow forward while you're still lifting the back. Yeah, continue the exhale, back waist down to tail, and you begin again. Exhale your arms down, keep what you have. Step your left foot back, warrior 1. Plant your left foot. You may need to take a wider stance on this side, maybe not. You're checking it out, like, can your left side of your pelvis be in the same plane as the right side of your pelvis? That's what your hands on your pelvis are feeling. Keep the anchoring from outer left hip to heel as you take the head of your right shin bone forward over the right ankle, maybe over the arch. Scoop your right buttock under. Breathe your loops. And what you'll feel is that you'll rest back, right? You won't be diving forward. You'll be resting back. And then raise your arms up. Stay with your loops. Sure, we could shoot the thumbs higher to the sky than the pinkies. Absolutely. We know that's helpful, but that's something external. Let's go for the internal that's connected to breath, that's connected to our energy and our intellect and our ability to concentrate. Breathe and stay with the point of focus. The point of focus being breath, pelvic loop and kidney loop, and just running them, running that figure 8. One more breath cycle. Exhale your arms down. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Pivot on your back foot. Step your right foot forward. Stand. Release your arms down by your side. Just stand. See if, what's the quality of your presence of being in this moment? Are you taller? You feel more solid? All right, let's reach up together. Have a seat for chair pose. Fold forward to Uttanasana. Step back to plank. Go all the way back to plank. Yeah, let's just hold plank. So when we think of core classes in yoga, we will, teachers will often teach a lot of planks and side planks. So yeah, we do have those today. But the deeper teaching of the core for today is what you've been working on. So right now, even though you're in like a muscular moment of holding plank, use your hands, push, use your feet, push. So your arms and your legs are involved in center. Use your breath. Use the connection of breath to the loops. Couple more. Running the loops. Knees to the mat. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Press down through your legs. Squeeze your legs together. They don't have to touch. Shoulders to the height of the elbows. And as you claw with your hands and pull your hands back to your pelvis, pull your heart forward. Breathe the loops here. It'll anchor your tail. It'll adjust the ribs. So breathe them right here. Next breath, lower all the way down onto your belly. Push up into all fours, hands and knees. With your right hand underneath your shoulder, take your left arm out to a T. Let's thread the needle through. Right elbow to sky, right side of the pelvis drawing back. Breathe. Right leg steps back, toes tucked under. Raise your right leg up in the air. It's going to be way easier if you get the loops, right? Right arm up in the air. Arm and leg, reach, bigger, higher. You can because of the loops. Right hand down, right knee down. Push with your right hand, untwist back to all fours. Breathe. Right arm into the side plane, T-shape. Thread the needle. Right arm slides through. Come down onto the right side of your skull, just above your ear. Go to ridge tops on your left hand and shoot your left elbow up to the sky. To increase the length through your left side waist, step your left leg back, toes tucked under. Just pause here, get the loops flying, right? Stay connected. From your pelvis to your left heel, extend as you spread your toes, lift your left leg up in the air. Left arm up is an option. Breathe the loops, that's the bigger work. Left hand down, left leg down. Fold your left knee, push with your left hand, untwist back to all fours. Hands a handprint forward, toes tucked. Push with your hands and feet, downward facing dog. Breathe it. Push with the end points of your hands and feet. Let your understanding and connection to pelvic loop and kidney loop sculpt from pelvis to ribs in this pose. Let it reshape it. It's going to. It's going to align you. Let it happen. One more breath cycle. Keep breathing the loop. Stand on your left foot, right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Right knee to forehead. You're coming into like a plank with like a knee towards your forehead. So it's like a mountain climber. Press up and back to three-legged dog again. Breathe the loop so that you don't dump into a back bend here of jutting the ribs out. Knee to forehead. You'll come into like a modified plank to do that. Right foot forward, low lunge. Both hands down to the mat. Back leg, inner thigh lifted. Front knee stacked. Left hand flat down on the mat. Right hand to right hip crease. Turn your ribs. Left ribs turning right. Right arm up to the sky. You got a twisted lunge. Breathe. I hope you're breathing the loops. I hope when I say breathe, you're going, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. Right hand down. Drop your head, flex your spine. Even go to ridge tops on your hands. That'll give you space. Right foot goes back and up, right up to three-legged dog. Right up there. Right foot down. Down dog. Bend your knees a little bit. Get the tip of your sitting bones. And then with your tail drawing down, how does your tail draw down? Now, what is helping with that? Yeah, an exhale from back waist to tail, right? So it's not just draw the tail down. It's connected to this larger loop. That actually comes from the bottom of the heart, right? That exhale begins at the bottom of the heart. Tucking the ribs in, moves through the belly button, then to the back waist, then to the tail. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Breathe. Left knee to forehead. You're coming like into a modified plank, like a mountain climber position from a fitness class. Head tucked down, breathe. The bowing of the head, the tucking into the head will help with
kidney loop. Shoot the left leg back up to the sky, back to dog. Breathe, don't let the ribs jut. If your bottom of your ribs are dumping out, you've lost kidney loop. So you know that's that loop from bottom of the heart to bottom of the ribs. Move through the back body to anchor through the tail, then pull up from pubic bone to belly button, pull up. Back body, high waist to bra line, bottom of the heart. Knee to forehead again, mountain climber. Breathe, push with your hands, push with your right foot more. All right, left foot forward, low lunge. Right hand flat on the mat. Left hand to left hip crease. Pump up the right inner thigh. Keep it lifted. Let the left side of your pelvis descend. Scoop your left buttock underneath you, like compact it. Turn your right ribs to the left, left arm skyward. Breathe. Left arm down, push with your right foot, push with both hands. It might even help to be at ridge tops at first. It does take strength to go from right here, right up to three-legged dog, right through and up. Breathe. Left leg down. Walk your feet forward all the way to the top of your mat. Hit all the way up there. Standing forward fold. Hands to pelvis. In breath. Come all the way up. All right, we're getting there. Let's take a couple of standing poses quickly. So nice wide stance. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot open. Stretch your arms up fully. Come into your knee bend. Warrior two. Side angle. Go for the floor. Go. Come on. Strong legs and go. Breathe the loops. Front leg extends, triangle pose. Top arm skyward for Trikonasana. Top hand to pelvis. Soften the front knee a little bit. Push with your back foot and in breath and come up. Turn your feet parallel. Turn your left foot in, turn your right foot open. Stretch your arms up big. Come into your knee bend. Arms to a T, warrior two. Breathe the loops. Line up through center. It supports your heart, you know. Right arm to right thigh. Side angle, go right for it. Big reach overhead. Steady and strong through the legs with the back inner thigh lifting, right buttock scooping under. Right hand, bottom hand, go right for the floor, go. Go to the ground. Top arm to the sky, extend your front leg. Triangle pose. Top hand to pelvis, bend your front knee, push with your back foot. Inhale and come up. Turn your feet parallel. Heel toe them together. Walk to the top of your mat. Let your arms dangle. Use an exhale from the back waist down to the tail. Use an in-breath from pubis to navel, through the navel, up to the back waist to the bottom of your heart. Exhale down the front of your ribs into your belly button. Continue the exhale down to your tail. Keep it going. Move across the pelvic floor. In-breath up, pubis to navel. Continue the in-breath up, back waist to bottom of the heart. Exhale, front body, bottom of the heart to belly button, so the ribs tuck in. Continue the exhale down to your tail. Big breath up. Cool. Could you do a loop with the big breath up? What would be the breath of arms going up? Exhale your arms down. Big breath up. Fold forward. Breathe. Step back to downward facing dog. Tip your sitting bones, strong legs. Push with your feet, push with your hands. Left knee down. Right hand to pelvis, right leg up in the air. Breathe your loops. Top arm up. So we're in a modified side plank. Step your right foot forward in front of you. So you're coming into like a lunge shape with your front leg, your right leg. Right hand to pelvis. Push with your left hand, push with your right foot. Extend your left leg out. Top arm back to the sky. So you're just in a variation of side plank. Breathe the loops. Right hand down, back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Second side, right knee down. Right hand stays on the mat. Bring your left hand to your pelvis, turn open into a side plank. Now, as you turn open, try not to throw a back bend. There's a bow in this, right? And there's extension in it. And that's coming from these two loops that we've been practicing, pelvic and kidney loops. So breathe them. Let them help shape the pose from the inside. So this expression of this energetic shape is coming from the inside of you. Top leg up, top arm up. Left leg forward, it's coming into a lunge shape on the front leg. Yeah, so knee bent, knee stacked over the ankle. Breathe here. Left hand to pelvis. Push with your right hand, push with your left foot, extend your right leg out. So now you're coming into a more advanced shape of side plank. Top arm is an option to go to the sky. More important here, guys, is that we're breathing what we've been practicing. Stay with it. It brings a fullness to the pose. It brings more integrity to the pose. Keep pushing with your left foot. Keep pressing with your right hand. Keep using the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Absolutely. Next breath. Left hand down, back to downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Swing your legs around front. Extend your legs out on your mat. Go ahead and reach for your yoga strap. Hook the strap around both of your feet. Use your arms right next to your body and draw back. Lift up through your heart. Use your breath. Use your deeper knowledge and connection, even in this moment of staff pose, Dandasana. Work your hands down your strap towards your feet, so you're coming into a forward fold. Keep drawing from the arches of your feet back towards your pelvis. You're using your strap to help educate that. Meanwhile, in your trunk, the more advanced teaching is what's happening in the trunk with those two loops as you go into your forward fold. Elbows can go out wide. Keep pressing down through the backs of your legs, the whole back of the leg, from calf through back of the knee to back of the thigh. What'll help with the anchoring is what's happening in the torso, right? Working from the inside. Exhale from back waist down to tail. In breath up, pubis to navel. Continue the inhale up, back of the heart, back of the waistband to bottom of the heart. Tuck the ribs in on the exhale, coming down the front body. It'll take you deeper into the pose. Let it happen. Continue the exhale down the back waist to the tail. You know the loops. Breathe them in this shape. Toes spreading, heels rooting, sitting bones rooted. In breath, rise up. Keep the strap around your right foot. I might look opposite of you. And let's slide the left foot up into Janu Shirshasana. We'll go for the first version where we're going heart to knee. Yeah, so the torso will stay turned towards the straight leg. Yeah, you can have both hands holding each strap on the right foot, left foot tucked up. Left foot, right inner thigh pushing against each other. Rise tall through your spine and turn your left rib so you aim your heart to your right knee. Elbows flare out wide and stay lifted. That'll help with the lift of kidney loop, the wings of you, and forward fold. Breathe the 2 loops, 3 breath cycles. Start in the back waist, down to the tail. It'll anchor you down into the pose. In breath up from pubis to navel. Continue it up to the back of your heart in the back body. The exhale down from bottom of the heart to ribs will take you deeper into the pose. And that will anchor that deepness. The deeper connection that you're having is the exhale from back waist to tail. So let it all happen. Let yourself be molded and shaped by your connection to the breath, your connection to the loops in these poses. In breath and come up. All right, extend your left leg out, right leg into Janu Shirshasana, second side. Turn your belly and your ribs towards your straight leg. Use your folded leg foot, your right foot, and press it against your left leg. Yeah, so they're pressing against each other. Elbows lift, that helps open the back of the heart, helps keep the kidney area lifted. Heart moves forward, forward fold. As soon as you land in your first version of the shape, reconnect to the practice, the deeper practice of the loops, and stay with it for the next 3 breath cycles. Keep drawing from the arch of your foot to your pelvis. Use an in-breath and come up. All right, unhook. Set the strap off. Work yourself to the center of your mat. Hold on to your hamstrings and lay down on your back. Both knees to your chest. Both legs up to the sky, right above the pelvis. Both arms reach up to the sky. This is dead bug. Arms and legs reaching to the sky. Breathe your loops. Next exhale, knees to chest. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms down by your side. Turn your palms open. Close your eyes. Our connection to
pelvic and kidney loops brings a sense of fullness. That's that bowing, the expansion behind us. This connection to fullness allows us to discover the peace that we are. Rest in this connection to you.